Here's how I made these cafe curtains for my shower window. Previously, this window had privacy film, but I had some extra material from when I made our shower curtain. I love these thin tap-top curtains at Michael Graves' home, and so I planned out some curtains inspired by those. I got to work cutting the tabs, and at first I was trying to sew and flip them inside out like anything else, but the flipping inside out was just not happening. But I came across a technique where you cut a little triangle at the top, sew a couple stitches, pull out the thread past the length of your material, tuck the thread down the length inside the material, fold, and then sew as normal. Then I was able to use the thread to pull the tube inside out. You go through more thread, but you save so much time. And all my tabs turned out great. Now my husband had the great idea to swap out the second tab on each curtain for one of these burnt orange tabs, and you'll see why in a bit. But once I had them all sewn into place, it was so cool to see the curtain up for the first time. Then I began on my decorative trim work. I created my own bias tape, and then ironed on double-sided fusible interfacing, which allows me to adhere the bias tape to the fabric before I do a top stitch. I pinned my design in place, which is loosely inspired by a Greek key, and now you can see how the second tab plays into the design. Once I felt comfortable with how it turned out, I was able to iron it all in place. I thought it looked super crisp, so I went in with a top stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, carefully stitching up to the corners, putting my needle down, and then turning to stitch the next section. And finally, I was able to take off the privacy film, clean the window, and put up our new cafe curtains. This is probably my favorite project from this bathroom makeover so far. I love how the embellishments link both to the bath mat and the tile design, and I think the through line of the tab to the trim is the cherry on top. Thanks for following along, and stay tuned as we address shower storage in the next project.